Welcome in another episode of No One to Blame. We're live during Monday Night Football. We got some live plays for you guys we're going to be talking about here in a minute. Before we get to that, the show is brought to you guys by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. Guys, the summer is winding down. You're thinking about next year's pool, now's the time. If you're in Buffalo, hit up Kayak Pools. Get that figured out now. We're also brought to you by BetUS. BetUS is America's #1 sports book. They've been around for 30 years, guys. They're running the #1 sports book, 125% deposit match. You guys deposit $100, get $125 in free play. They got the race book. They've got the casino. They've got the prop builder. We get all of our lines from BetUS.com, guys. BetUS.com, promo code DUE, D-U-E. Get that 125% deposit match. All right, guys, we got Monday Night Football cooking here. I'm hanging out here with Kev. Kev, what's up, man?
What's going on? We got a 7-6 game. Jets are up 1.
Dude, more importantly, CMC, Rutro. No one to blame.
Comes out, man. Yep, he is out. Hopefully you jumped and picked up his backup. But
which one? Or is it I think we had talked about one of them.
I can't remember his name. Mason. Yep, Mason.
And then they drafted hang on one second. Oh yeah.
Correct.
They drafted Isaac Garendo.
Yeah.
He's got some promise, but this is a little strange because if you go back, what's up, Pat? If you go back a couple weeks, man, he was basically saying that he could have played in the preseason. He could have practiced all of this, and now he's not there for week 1 against a tough opponent. By the way, like they need CMC for this game.
Oh, this is a huge game.
It's not very often you're going to see a running back worth a point and a half to the casinos either. That was pretty big. Went from 4.5, I think, all the way down to 3 at kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, think about the Niners in the offseason they had. Trent Williams issues, Ayuk, now CMC's out. Like, kind of a little bit of a shit show there.
We just cashed my prop bet there. Brock Purdy over 6.5 yards. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cash. Right? Let's talk about it. You want to bring him up?
We're in the second quarter there, yeah.
Let's talk about it. How does he get?
We got
11 rush yards. Okay. So our Monday Night Football bets, guys, we tweeted this out. I teased the Jets up to plus 10.5, under 49.5 in the game. I liked Brock Purdy over 6.5 rushing yards. He's at 11 right now. What are we 3 minutes into the second quarter? So cha-ching. Yep. Kev, what did you have here?
Yeah, I got Jets plus 4.5. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then I got my crazy parlay here. I got Garrett Wilson, 7+ receptions, 70+ receiving yards, 1 TD. And a Jets win at plus 850. So
plus 850. What do you think that was going off at after that CMC news? There's no way that was plus 850 anymore.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think we both being on the Jets side, we both got some insane CLV there, closing line value.
Yep. Yeah, anybody was on that Jets side.
4.5. Yeah, I like it all. Looking good. We'll monitor these through the show, guys. Kev, you're going to have to take a look at Garrett Wilson's stat line. I'm not sure what he's at right now, but
yeah, I'll have to pull that up.
Before we get too far into the NFL, the crazy Friday night game, and then that Sunday was wild yesterday. We need to talk about college football. Not the best college football week for me as far as picks go.
Nah.
I added way too many late. And this is kind of a lesson, guys, for anyone here. I had several plays already, and then I go and check out a live stream. Someone that I do respect in the gambling community. But he ended up being on some of the other sites I was on. And I kind of had a good position to be in a middle spot, but I ended up going 9-12. And on those plays that I took from him, they were like 3-6. So, I'm basically following this guy, tailing this guy's play. I did no research of my own. I didn't look at any of it. Basically, guys, if you guys are going to listen to a bunch of people like Kev, like myself, tread lightly. You still have to do your own research. Like,
Yep.
the formula is not set. If it was, people would be millionaires off. Everyone would be millionaires off sports betting. It's not there for that. You have to do your own research. You have to trust your own plays. The one positive note here, I did a 6-point, 6-team teaser for college, plus 550 odds. So that cashed. Love to see that. Yeah.
Right now, I got Garrett Wilson, 4 receptions, 43 yards already. So looking pretty good. Yeah, baby.
Eaton.
Yep. So my college week 2, I was 3-1.
Yeah, you were.
Texas minus 7.5. South Carolina plus 10. Illini, ILL plus 5.5. Hit them, all 3 of them.
Hey, South Carolina and Illinois outright, yeah?
Outright winners, yep. Oklahoma State, man, I'm watching that game. They were down like, I think 17-0 or 14-0.
Yeah.
Made a comeback. They could have backdoor covered going in before OT. Anyway, they ended up winning, but not covering on that one. So
they were one of my legs of part of that teaser. I got it at minus 1.5 because I hit it when the line was 7.5. I hit it earlier in the week. It closed at 10. So that I was definitely sweating that out with our data guy, Jake. Shout out, Jake. We were texting back and forth, and Arkansas, they're coming to play this year.
They are. I was a little surprising.
Woo Pig Sue.
Coach is on the hot seat, I think.
For Oklahoma State?
Arkansas.
On the hot seat, you think so?
He's trying to keep them relevant, and he's doing a good job this year. But
yeah, they were feisty last year.
Yeah.
So Texas, I loved that bet minus 7.5. They're good.
Yep.
They are good, man.
I don't think Michigan is good, but
Michigan's trash.
Texas is going to be good. I know people say that every year, but I think this is a pretty good year for Texas.
Okay. One of my buddies had a bachelor party in Austin.
St. Fran TD.
Dude, you're way ahead of me.
Sorry.
Who scored?
The running back.
Which one?
the Mason.
Okay.
CMC's backup. Oh, okay. Never mind. We got a flag. Bring it back. We're good.
Dude, I got San Fran at the 20 right now. This is bullshit.
Yeah, you need to get caught up.
I might have to exit back out, but one of my buddies had a bachelor party in Austin, and I think Chuba Hubbard might have been the running back for OK State. OK State came to Austin. We went to the Texas Longhorns game. All of us got decked out in Texas Longhorn gear. It was a good time. I got the hat in the closet somewhere, but they had the McConaughey there. Matthew McConaughey comes on, and he's just all right. You cool, man? Different guy, but you get the point.
A lot cooler if you were.
Dude, we can't go anywhere without talking about Northern Illinois Huskies. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I got a buddy in Charlotte that took the money line. Shout out Otis Spunkmeyer, dude. Otis.
That's a big one. That's a big
one. At like plus 1450 though. I mean, I say only, but I saw plus 2,000 out there.
Yeah.
I don't know who he's gambling through, but he needs to get better than that.
They complained about Brian Kelly, not being able to win the big one. Hey, Freeman can't even win the little ones.
He can't even win the small one.
I mean,
that's crazy, man. I mean, I haven't seen an upset like that in college football, and I don't know how long. I mean, I'm surprised that Notre Dame wasn't a bigger favorite.
I think it's gonna, as the season goes on, I think people are gonna find out Notre Dame is just not as good as everybody thought they were gonna be.
Yeah, but dude, they go into Texas A&M, College Station, and they smacked them.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like I don't know who they have on deck. I haven't even looked at the lines this week, but I mean, they must have someone big on
Notre Dame lines.
They had SC on deck or something.
I'm not sure.
So yeah, Old Miss ranked in the top 10. They haven't played anybody yet.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see when they actually, got a big game coming up, how they handle it.
Me too. Oregon, I originally had Boise plus 21, and then this is one of those games I talked about. I was like, oh well, Oregon's only minus 18 now, and he said the guy I'm following, he's like, oh, this group of sharps is on Oregon minus 18. They're hammering them. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a perfect middle spot. Yeah. I don't know. Just be careful, guys. Tread lightly. What are you gonna say?
Notre Dame's got Purdue this week. I think minus
not really a look ahead line.
minus 10.5, I think.
What the heck? Well, we're gonna get into more college guys on our Thursday show.
Yep.
So we went over our Monday Night Football bets. Let's get into the recap, Kev. Let's just go game by game. Let's talk about this first game, Friday night's game. I want to hear what you had to say here. We were both on Green Bay plus 1. Philadelphia won 34-29. What did you think of that game?
Yeah, that was it was a good game. Hurts had 2 picks, but I thought the offense looked good. Barkley, Barkley kind of showed what he should have been doing the last couple of years with the Giants. When he's actually got an O-line, they got weapons. They've got a quarterback where they can't load the box up. You're going to see the true Barkley, I believe now. Too bad we couldn't have seen it about 4 years ago when he's a little younger. Yeah, but it was, it was back and forth. Green Bay's weapon. I mean, Reed goes off.
Dude's legit.
Couple catches, couple runs. Like they find ways to get him the ball. They're going to have to try to do that now that Love's hurt. I'd be scared of a lot of their weapons, maybe other than him, because they seem to find ways to get him the ball, handing it off, run specific plays for him.
I was a little disappointed in Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to see a little bit more from Josh Jacobs. I did see too. Everyone's talking about the turf, or not the turf, just the field. JJ Watt had a really good point. I believe his wife is a professional soccer player, so he knows a lot about it. I think he played a little soccer himself, but he was saying, those fields are not meant for these huge guys.
Yeah,
and that many of them, crashing into each other. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, no wonder everyone's slipping around. Like I like the idea of those international games. I
don't like it at all.
I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool. I hate that. The only thing that I don't like about it is one of the teams loses a home game from it. I think that's a massive, massive disadvantage.
Yeah.
We saw it last year. The Bills went and played in London, and everyone knows not only did we lose, but we lost like Milano. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah. Anyways, both those teams I think are going to be around in January. Jordan Love, I think I saw he's out 3 to 6 weeks. That sound right to you?
Yep.
I mean, that sucks.
Malik Willis, maybe, unless they pick somebody up.
Dude, Jameis?
So he is with Cleveland. I know we talked about that. I don't know if he signed back after they.
Dude, he's in Cleveland. You imagine Jameis on Green Bay with those weapons? Dude, hide your crab legs and curds. Let's go.
Hey, he ain't going to be starting in Green Bay. He's going to be starting in Cleveland. Give us a couple more games here. We'll talk about that. Over Deshaun.
I don't know. They paid Deshaun too much money.
I don't care at this point. Be done with that. Okay.
Yeah. So Jacksonville, Miami. Jacksonville was getting 3.5. Kevin took Miami minus 3.5. He liked the over as well. These aren't official plays, guys. These are just we pick every game. I took Jacksonville's side here, plus 3.5. The game finished 20-17. The game was not shocker. It was not close. It really wasn't. Jacksonville was taking it to them, and then they let Miami get back in the game a little bit. Jacksonville doesn't score in the second half. I mean, if Miami scores late because ETN fumbled in the red zone, I don't know, man. It's just such a disappointing outcome.
That was supposed to be a high-scoring, good game to watch, and it just was not.
Yeah, it was terrible. Now I think Jacksonville's defense can play. I think that's part of it. I think people are down on Jacksonville's defense. I like Jacksonville's defense. Tyreek Hill went off today. ETN and Bigsby, a nice little split. ETN obviously scored the touchdown, but Bigsby was running hard, man.
Yeah, they had 12 carries each. Kind of a shocker because Bigsby had kind of fell in the doghouse a little bit. It seemed like
he was horrible last year. He was terrible.
I feel like ETN's got to get more than 12 carries.
Yeah.
I don't know. Trevor wasn't good.
Hey, I talked to my buddy out in Washington today, Lon Navanaugh, and he had a good point, dude. I think it's time to say it. Trevor Lawrence is overrated.
Yeah. I mean, they just paid him. They gave him the new deal, but
they have to.
Yeah, they have to.
He's better than the guys that aren't starting, right? But that's that's the catch-22 about the NFL, dude. Like the market is the market. It's like
you get stuck in that. You got a guy who's good but not great. I mean, the Raiders done it with Carr. He was good, not great. Had his good games, had his bad games, but either stuck there or you're drafting a new guy.
No, that's a great example. That's a great example. I love this. Good teams win, great teams cover. Go Jacksonville. Pittsburgh at Atlanta. This is another just dookie game, dude. Pittsburgh was getting 3 points. Total was 42. Pittsburgh wins 18-10. They kicked 6 field goals. Kevin was on Atlanta and the under. I was on Pittsburgh and the under.
That under looked good.
Yeah, dude. I just another one of these games though, man. Like Kirk Cousins, 2 interceptions. Like
Kirk Cousins is not healthy. Like he's still not back. He couldn't move in the pocket.
Let's talk about week 1 overreactions. Like these teams, I think, are heading in opposite directions. Regardless of the score and the outcome of this game, I think these teams are heading in opposite directions here. Atlanta's going up, Pittsburgh's going down. Like, I know Pittsburgh won, whatever. Atlanta is going to probably win that division. Pittsburgh is going to come in 3rd or 4th place. Like, there's just no way, man.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this one stat I have. Jaylen Warren, who's the younger, more explosive back, he has 2 rushes for 17 yards on your. It just
had to have been that injury, right?
I guess. But man, you bring in Arthur Smith, and this just looks like Arthur Smith freaking offense, man. I hate it if I was a Pittsburgh fan.
Yeah. I mean, what else was he supposed to do though with Russ? Dude, Russell Wilson was scratched and still had his shoulder pads on.
He was going through his pregame. He was still
suited is so up. Cheesy, dude.
He's the worst, man. He's the cringiest.
God. I'm so glad that I'm so glad Buffalo wasn't in on that however many years ago, or before Josh or. Oh,
he is, and the other thing is, he is so not Pittsburgh.
No,
like the total opposite of what you think of a Pittsburgh Steeler football player. Total opposite.
Hey,
Total
I'm
opposite.
going to put you in the hot seat. What team would best suit Russell Wilson?
The Calgary freaking whatever in the Canadian Football League. I don't even think he's a starter in the league anymore. Like I'm
He was
kind
the
of
emergency third quarterback. I got news for you, dude. They don't wear pads, Cobb. God, he's a loser. Danger Witch. I don't know. I can see him starting for the Raiders, dude. I think he'd fit in perfect.
He'd
guys'
totally fit in
culture.
with the Raiders. They'd bring him on and he'd suck, and then we'd still pay him. And yeah, we totally botched that too.
He can moonlight at Cirque du Soleil in between games, dude.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Vikings at Giants, dude. The Vikings whomped them. This was a stone cold lock. I in my notes here on the Thursday show said I loved Minnesota -1. The total of 41. We loved all of that. Kevin, I see here that you were on the Giants. Please explain.
Yeah, I had the Giants +1. I honestly thought Darnold was going to be terrible. I knew Danny Dimes was going to be terrible, but I wasn't on the Darnold. Hey, I will say he looked good. He did look good in that game. He had he had Jefferson for a TD.
Yeah.
I didn't see it going in. I didn't trust Darnold. Did not trust Darnold.
Hey, I completely forgot real quick. Kyle Pitts scored a touchdown too, just so you know.
Was that the only touchdown? That was the only touchdown score in the entire game.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I'll forget it. He'll take a couple weeks off now.
So the Giants are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook, dude.
Who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
This not our number one smash play of the week, dude. What did they do? What did they do to improve in the offseason? They got rid of Saquon. Like, I don't know, man. Malik Neighbors, I mean, I think he went 5 for 66 or something, but I don't know, dude. Daniel Jones is trash. Sam Darnold is going to be sufficient.
Hey, I will say he was 19 of 24, 2 TDs. He did have 1 pick, but if he's 19 for 24, 2 touchdowns and a pick, hey, that'll keep them in ball games. As long as he's not turning the ball over more than one time a game.
Yeah,
they'll
absolutely.
be okay. They'll be okay.
Did they finish 3rd or 4th in their division last year? Their schedule's got to be easy.
I'm not sure.
Were they in the playoffs?
They had to have been 3rd. Well, Chicago. What was Chicago? They would have been 4th, right? Minnesota.
I don't pay attention to the AFC North like that.
Yeah, I mean they were right there because they
America.
Their draft picks were close together. That the 9th pick the Bears had and where quarterback went.
Mark it here. Minnesota is officially feisty. All right, this fucking game. Carolina at New Orleans. Oh my gosh, there was a massacre in New Orleans. Holy shit, dude.
Derek Carr.
Final score of 47-10. Oh my god, it's like one of those videos you just want to step in and say, "Hey, make it stop."
Well,
holy shit.
New Orleans going to lay an egg this week probably then. Derek Carr is not going to have back-to-back winning games. Yeah, Bryce Young looked awful. And I'll tell you what, they had no rushing attack. They didn't even – it's like they weren't even attempting to run the ball. Saints defense took advantage of just how bad Young was. Like he was just not good.
He's not a good quarterback, dude.
Yeah, man. I feel for him. He's just not, man.
I'm going to have to tap in. I got some buddies in Alabama. I'm going to have to tap in and say, hey, give me the lowdown on Bryce Young and, what happened.
I would like to go back and look at some of that college tape last year and just see what he did well there. I mean, I know it's Bama and they're loaded. They got, but man, Carolina's got to do something to just help him out. I don't know what it is, but man, terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, lesson learned on Carolina. A lot of work to still be done there.
Yeah.
Though I don't even want to say they'll be okay, but I think the real takeaway from this, and listen, no one can overreact to these games, guys. Don't overreact to this. It's week 1. It takes these guys, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 weeks to really get up to 100%. Like,
everybody's going to overreact in Carolina.
Oh, well, if you want to overreact in a negative way like that, like this, yeah, I mean, burn it down. Sure, I'm fine with that. But the real takeaway, Kev, in my opinion, is this wasn't a real test for New Orleans. There's still a lot to be seen from them, dude. Like, for all those points that were scored, I think Derek Carr only threw for like 250.
Yeah, he had like 3 touchdowns, or they had a couple turnovers. They had great field position the entire game.
Exactly. So
he was dealing with a short field all game.
Yeah, exactly. This next game. I'm sorry to have to bring this up, Kev, but New England and Cincinnati. Here, yeah. Man, Cincinnati laying 9 points. New England plus 330 money line dog wins outright. And I just want to go back here. Look at my notes from last week. Verbatim. I like New England with the points. 9 points is too many for Cincy to lay this early. Jesse is the best tout in all of the land. Wow, thanks, Kev. I appreciate you saying that. No, but for real though, if we go back to last week's show, I need to clip this. I know that we were talking about sprinkling New England money line. We talked about it.
Yeah, we did. And then you did for sure. I was not. I was not.
You were not. Yeah, I mean, you were your Survivor. So
yeah, it cost me 2 of my Survivor picks. Yeah, I just the Cincinnati every year slow start. I knew that going in, but I just didn't think this was a spot. T. Higgins is a scratch. He's sick, or it
was a hammy, I think.
And then it came out though that they said he was sick or something too. He was on the injury report pregame, but
yeah.
And the one thing I got on here, if Burrow is healthy, which I assume he is, he's playing. I know he's got the wrist.
Says that he is.
If he's healthy, elite QBs can't lose this game. I mean, I don't care who's playing at wide receiver. If you're the guy, you go out and you just take over this game with whoever's lining up at wide receiver, and you find a way to win this game. And he couldn't do that.
Do you think that maybe Burrow's injuries are starting to hinder him a little bit?
I think he's probably the type of guy who is going to play. He's probably not healthy with the wrist.
No. That's not what I mean. What I mean is his injuries over the years. Do you think they've made like a long-lasting impact on his mechanics, say?
It's possible. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of
something seems off.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the different injuries he's had. He had the calf,
the wrist. He got his knee completely destroyed a couple seasons ago.
I mean, when you have them type of injuries, when you come back, if you're not mechanically sound, you're not going to have as much zip on the ball. You're not going to have if your footwork's off. So if he's just trying to, sling it off his back foot like he used to, then you're going to see that on softballs, underthrown balls the DBs are going to break on because he doesn't just have much zip on him. So it's definitely possible.
Now, we just got done talking about this, dude. Let's not overreact here. This is the sucker bet of the week. New England still sucks. Cincinnati's going to be fine. Let's not overreact to this too much here. Watch Joey B go out and throw for 400 yards next week.
Well, we talked about the Carolina game, but Cincinnati didn't run the ball either. Are they going to miss Joe Mixon? Because they didn't run the ball like they typically do.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Moss had a rushing touchdown, but I didn't check
Not
it.
A great day. He didn't have a lot of yards. I think Chase Brown only had a handful of carries as the backup. Like, they did not do anything to establish the run.
Yeah, he's not the starter, so it's classic since he's starting slow spot. Let's keep it moving here. This game was, I know a lot of people are tuning into this, and this pick got to be really trendy really quick. But Tennessee at Chicago, Tennessee opened at a +4.5. They closed at +3.5. As far as what I saw, Kevin was on Chicago minus the 3.5. I liked Tennessee plus the 3.5. I also liked the over in this game. It finished 24-17. This is one of those. This is like the Atlanta outcome. I don't think the results are indicative of the score. And I know that sounds dumb, but I think there's a lot of good takeaways here. Chicago's defense is legit.
Yep.
Will Levis still has a lot to learn. He had, how many, would he have 2 or 3 costly turnovers?
Man.
The one was a pick 6. And, Caleb Williams, I thought looked like dog shit.
Oh, he looked terrible. Yeah, he looked terrible.
He didn't look good at all.
He didn't even, he had 94 yards passing, I think. Didn't even get into, he didn't even get 100.
I got Odunze. I drafted Keenan Allen in a dynasty league, and then when I went to pick, Odunze was on the board, so I had to take him. And dude,
he's hurt.
God, that was trash.
Yeah,
they combined for like 6 fantasy points.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Tennessee looked okay to start in that game. And then Will Levis
looked good.
Will Levis was forcing some balls, not taking care of the ball. Caleb he
had a turnover. I think he had a fumble, and then he's running down the sideline, his own sideline, and he's yelling like, "Come on, guys, let's go!" Spin all over himself, getting the guys all fired up, and then he goes and throws a pick 6. It's like, dude, you want to lose a locker room quick, man? Like, just go back and shut up.
And one thing I got noted on here, and this is about the 3rd or 4th time we've kind of mentioned this, is the Bears didn't have a rushing attack. These teams are not establishing any kind of run, especially with a rookie quarterback. Like, get the running game started, try to help him out a little. They just did not.
I think they did, dude. They did, but Tennessee's D-line is stout. They tried.
Yeah, and maybe that's the Bears block punt, pick 6, like that's like Lovie Smith. That's like Lovie Smith, old Bears D right there.
That's some Chicago ball right there. We're not used to seeing all this.
Yeah, that defense is good.
Hey, I like this this takeaway. Wow, did you catch that? Is that a touchdown? Nope.
I didn't.
I like this quote that you said. We were talking about Caleb. This ain't Saturday, dude.
This ain't Saturday.
Tennessee was all over
Sunday.
him, dude.
Yeah, this is Sunday.
Tennessee is all over him. All right, let's move on to one of the better games of the week here, dude. Arizona at Buffalo. Arizona catching 6.5, total of 47. Bills win 34-28. Do not cover the number, but both of us had the over. I had the over as one of my best bets of the week. I've been touting that for I don't know how many weeks now. I mean, that just felt like easy money. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. I mean, you were there. You were there with me. You joined me in my dad's game, and we're down 17-3, and it just felt like it felt like I was bleeding out at the table. Like he was gonna.
Hey, you want to know?
Quarters.
You were pissed, but you want to know what's worse is me not being a Bills fan, being in a Bills backer bar, and everybody losing their shit, and I'm the only one that don't really give a shit other than the bet I placed. So like it was like awkward for me trying to like sympathize with all the Bills fans in the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you coming out for that. That was fun. Listen, great adjustments by our defensive coordinator. First-year defensive coordinator Bobby Babich in the second half. Great adjustments, dude. Arizona was picking us apart.
Connor was running. Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then, dude, Von Miller played great. I had our data guy run the numbers on Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin had a great game. I think he got like a B grade. He played great. Now, granted, dude, he also threw out a pretty wild stat. I think our cornerbacks were only targeted like 4 times.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll have to pull that stat up. Jake, if you're listening, put it in the chat. They weren't throwing deep at our cornerbacks. It felt like they were just attacking our linebackers in this game. Rightfully so. Dorian Williams is not good in coverage, but our defense is going to have some growing pains, but our offense is two-dimensional, and we're going to score, dude. Like, we're going to score a lot, and we're coming. We're coming to Hard Rock Stadium on Thursday. It's going to be a good one. I also want to add here, Kev. I hammered the Bills -2.5 +4.5 live. Live betting is such a catch-22, but
yeah.
That's just great value, man. Like, you can't tell me that you felt comfortable that Arizona it wasn't a 17-3 game. We fumbled it. We fumbled it, and then it just bonehead plays, dude. And you watch the game, and it's like, this isn't 17-3. Let's grab the Bills +4.5. Like, why not? Like, Arizona's not going to beat us by a touchdown. Like, get that shit out of here.
If you're betting and you're like you being a Bills fan, if you're focused in on a specific game, you could watch the game and get to something before the live lines change, where you see it coming. You could see the momentum, and you could hit that live bet, hit that live line before it changes, and definitely put yourself in a good spot.
Dude, last year when Indy went into Minnesota before Kirk Cousins blew out his Achilles, they were down like 31-0 at half. And I was all over Minnesota at the half, dude. Money line, the spread, they come back and they win that game. It was absolutely incredible. Why not sprinkle? Like, why not throw a little bit on something like that? Like, Minnesota was clearly the better team. Indy was trash all year last year. Like, why not? Before we get to this next game, San Fran going into the halftime up 16-7. Obviously,
Garrett Wilson
this game because I'm on here chatting with you. But what's the vibe here, dude?
Garrett Wilson hasn't caught a pass since the 4 catches for 46 yards. No, I can't give a good either. I'm kind of watching it out of the side here.
Here, I'll give something good. Aaron Rodgers sucks. How about that?
That is true.
This is a good game, dude. Houston at Indy. This is a good back and forth. Look away, Bills fans. Houston ends up taking it 29-27. They were a 3-point favorite, so they did not cover. I liked the under in this game. I just thought divisional game. I thought it was going to be something similar to I thought it'd be closer with the Jacksonville-Miami game, to be honest. Flip those games, and that's what I thought the outcomes were going to be.
Yeah, I thought Houston's defense was going to show up a little bit better.
Yeah. Stephon Diggs catches 2 tuds, Mixon 159 yards rushing. Nico went 6 for 117. I placed Anthony Richardson under 226.5 passing yards. That came in. You got here. He only had 9 completions.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, 9 for 15 or something. Yeah.
212?
2 what?
For 212?
Yep. Crazy. Like I said, his average, I forgot what his average completed pass was. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, gutsy win for Houston here. Really,
it was 9. He was 9 for 19, 212, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
How many rushing? Grab his rushing stats.
56 rushing, 1 rushing touchdown.
There you go. That's.
But here's the line though. Pierce, 3 catches, 125, a touchdown, an average of 41 yards a catch.
Alec Pierce,
You had
not Damian Pierce.
Alec
wrong
Pierce,
team.
yes.
Sorry. No, wrong team.
You had somebody named Dolan, 54-yard touchdown catch. So you had some long bombs from AR there.
That's something to monitor, dude. They're stretching the field out with him. I didn't think they'd be doing that. That's the opposite of what they did in preseason.
Be interesting to see how his season plays out. Yeah,
we're not going to air it out in preseason, but I just,
yeah,
that's interesting. I thought this was a really tough spot for Houston. Obviously, indicative of the score. Both teams I thought played great. It's funny. I got an email the other day from BetUS that Indy to finish third plus 300 was the wrong line. So it's actually plus 180. So they refunded my bet. So they
just had it wrong?
They posted the wrong line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not us. That's why I was hammering that. That'd be crazy. Indy to finish third plus 300 was a crazy line. Hammer it, but yeah, they refunded that. But I'm excited for this rematch, dude. I think they're going to be fighting that division. I like those teams in that division a lot. The Raiders and the Chargers. Kev, I'm going to let you break this game down. Go ahead.
Well, Minshew, 250 passing, had a bad fumble and an interception. He could have played worse. He did not target Adams down the field at all. Adams was literally 8 yards and under. Everything he was catching was underneath. They got to find a way to get him the ball down the field. This was a close game. And then, dude, one of the worst coaching decisions of the year in week 1, and it was awful. And I was at the bar. I couldn't hear the commentary on it, but it was 4th and 1. They were on the 45 going in. They're down 6. He punts it. There was like 5 or 6 minutes to go in the game. It was 4th and 1 when everybody and their brother is going for it on 4th down. The analytics are telling you to go for it. And Dan Campbell, every coach is going for it in that situation. And it's like they didn't even consider going for it. No. They punted, they go down, kick a field goal. Now it's a 2-point game. It's over. They're done. Terrible. Which I don't get. Antonio Pierce is obviously rookie, second year now, but he's young head coach, doesn't have a lot of experience, but he's got Marvin Lewis on his staff. He's got a bunch of guys who have done it. I just could not believe they didn't go for it on that. They go Marvin in there
Lewis, and you have any better choices than Marvin Lewis?
Hey, Marvin Lewis made Cincinnati respectable for quite a few years. So I'll give him. I mean, the Bengals were terrible forever until he kind of came along. So, but he's a veteran guy. He knows the game, even if you don't, particularly like him as a coach. He's been around the block. He knows the deal.
We were both in the Raiders +3. Yeah. The final score was 22-10. Total went under the 40.5. Are the Chargers an okay team or are the Raiders bad?
They're both bad. Raiders just aren't, or Chiefs or Chargers just aren't as bad.
I expected way more from the Raiders here. I got to be honest with you. I loved this spot for them. I loved it, and that was just like a bad performance.
I just hate seeing Harbaugh after that game. I love being Harbaugh. I can't stand him.
I know. Take him out of your dude. I love what he was in San Fran. I love what he did.
I hated him. I hated him in San Fran. I hated him in Michigan.
Yeah, you're just a hater, dude.
I am. I'm a Harbaugh. No, I like his brother. Just don't like him.
You need to drink some milk, as he would say.
He can take them khakis and shove them up his ass.
Looking forward to this rematch as well. Let's leave it at that. Denver visited Seattle. This was This was actually a really good game. Seattle closes a 6-point favorite, total of 41. They end up winning the game 26-20. I know Denver scored late to kind of make it look a little bit better. We were both on Seattle -6, which pushed. That late TD, that was pretty frustrating. I think the Broncos can be feisty with Bo Nix. But I really think that Seattle is legit, dude. I think Seattle is a pretty good team.
You know what was crazy about this game? I think I read this right. There was 2 safeties.
Really?
There was 2 safeties in this game.
I didn't catch that at all.
Yeah, Denver had 2 safeties. I'm almost positive on that. The other thing that caught my attention was Bo Nix 42 pass attempts.
Yeah.
That's probably not ideal.
No.
You know, that looks more like Auburn Bo Nix instead of Oregon Bo Nix.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Bo Nix. He's kind of got the underdog story going for him. I don't like that he's in Peyton's system. I don't know.
No, I think that system's probably good for him, though.
I don't think Peyton's a quarterback whisperer, dude. I don't know. That's just me. Keep it moving. Washington at Tampa Bay. Washington closed the 3.5-point favorite, total of 42.5. We were both on Washington plus 3.5. I got to be honest with you, though. Come game day, I ended up betting Tampa Bay, and I'm glad that I did. I teased the over on one of our teaser of the week. Yeah. We'll get to that later, but Tampa looked good against a porous Washington defense. I'm going to look for Tampa to be on a roller coaster all year, dude. I just think you're going to see them. I don't think they're going to go on any kind of crazy winning streak. Like, it's going to be a win 1, lose 2, win 2, lose 1 type of season for them. Like, don't look too far into the score.
Baker is yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Baker historically is not consistent week in, week out. So they're, he's going to have games like this where he goes off. He's going to, he'll have games where he's so, and they'll go as he goes. So I think they will be up and down.
Yeah, and like we said, Washington's porous defense. I mean, this isn't a terrible test, but I did play Baker Mayfield over 246.5 passing yards. So Kobe. Jaden Daniels, though, 88 yards on the ground and 2 tuds. How about it? How about that? They just let the cat out of the bag, dude. Week 1, go get him.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a total of 260 between passing and rushing. Hey, fantasy football wise, he's going to be right there. I don't care if they win, lose. Their defense is so bad, he's going to have to do it.
No.
Hey, fantasy wise, he had a good day right there. 2 rushing touchdowns.
So let's make a bet.
What you got?
Jaden Daniels to finish outside the top 7 QBs.
Oh, I think he'll be outside the top 7 too.
Oh, then what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
That's not what he'll be.
I said he'll be a fantasy relevant quarterback. He'll be top 10.
You better pedal back off that take, Kev.
He'll be top 10.
I don't know.
Hey, that defense is so bad. He might be a top 7 because he's going to have to chuck it. They're going to be losing every game, man.
Yeah,
If he can stay healthy.
Defense is really bad there.
Defense is terrible.
This game sucked. Dallas at Cleveland. Dude, this is very similar to that Giants-Minnesota game. But my notes, I got Cleveland, LOL.
Cleveland's
Dallas puts up 33. They win 33-17. I know a lot of people were on the under in this game. 2 good defenses, but dude, my God.
I was on Dallas +1, so I was on them. And watching this game early, Dak looked good early. Cowboys were moving the ball, and then it got out of hand, and they just kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit. Man, Watson, 45 attempts on 169 passing. I don't even know. They keep saying, he's rusty. The guy is just not good anymore. I don't know why. He's just not.
I think we all know why, dude. He's not getting them massages anymore.
Did you see the clip of the offensive lineman got Watson fumbled? I think the O lineman recovered the fumble or whatever, and Watson went to help him up, and the offensive lineman for the Browns just like smacked his hand away and was like, "I don't even want you to help me up."
Get the fuck away from me, dude.
Get away from me. You're killed.
You.
And we talked about this. That defense is a top 3 defense. They've got weapons on the offense, wide receiver.
33 points to Dallas?
Well, now they are, but if you can't move the ball offensively, then they're going to give up some yards and some numbers as the season goes. When you can't move the football on offense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about them. Didn't Cleveland bring in Mike Vrabel too to help them out? He was in there in the offseason. I don't know if he's still on the staff or if that was just is it Jim Schwartz?
That's the D coordinator,
right? They brought in Vrabel.
Well, I think Vrabel was just like a defensive assistant or
liaison.
Something. So he had some cheesy title, I'm sure.
Yeah, so Cleveland, LOL. See ya. Dude, this was a great game. Went to overtime last night. Yeah. The Rams at Detroit, rematch of last year's playoffs. Detroit prevails 26-20. They were laying 4.5. Total of 52.5. A lot of people are expecting a lot more fireworks here. But, dude, primetime games, you got to be careful just betting it over like this. Like, a 52.5 point line for a primetime game. Primetime unders are like a thing. So, pay attention to that. We were both on Detroit minus 4.5. They're one of my best bets of the week. I don't know, man. They're fucking good. Montgomery ran for 90-something yards. Gibbs got in the end zone. Jamison Williams just coming out here looking like a Mon-Ra.
Yeah. That was a Bama game. That was one to bring back some memories of his Bama numbers.
Nakua is out for 4 weeks, I believe now.
They put him on the IR. I think it's a minimum of 4 weeks on that.
4 weeks minimum. Dude, Cooper Kupp.
14
for 110. How many targets did he have?
21 targets.
Bro,
21 targets. Hey, I told you, man.
More than me. We're all over Cooper Kupp. I love Cooper Kupp, but you were taking him 3rd round, Cooper Kupp, and hey,
if you remember, I had him ahead of Puka in my wide receiver rankings. To start the season.
Dude, I went on 3rd and manageable in early August. I just hopped on with them, and one of my bets was Nakua under yards this year. It was 1,300. Dude, no.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The casinos get it wrong too. We got our Monday night bets going on right now, Kev. That's our NFL Week 1 recap. Great week. Great first week, man. The bets were so-so. Let's recap our bets. So every week, guys, we got 3 best bets, either a side or a total, whatever we like. We don't total shame here. We throw in a parlay, and then we throw in a 3-team teaser, 10 points. We love that. That's my D-gen in me. I love it. My first one, dude, and I talked about this earlier. I love that spot for the Raiders. I got them plus 3.5. I loved it. And they just come out and laid a complete egg. So, yeah, not so great. Who'd you have for your first? I
was on Miami minus 3.5, so that didn't pan out.
Just the hook, man. The hook killed you there.
Yep.
My second best bet, and these are not in order. Like our first doesn't mean we like the best guys. These are our three
Random.
bets.
Yep.
1A, 1A, 1A. Detroit minus 4.5, dude. I love the spot. Took them to overtime, but I just Detroit's a wagon. I did take Green Bay to win the division this year. Jordan Love being out is going to be a pretty big hindrance on that. Detroit coming out hot. Cash it.
Yeah, I had Houston Indy under 48, so that was a no-go.
We both like that a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Like
put
I
it
said-
in. I liked other things better, as we'll talk about. But I just, division game week 1. Yeah, I was with you there. I liked the under. Indy can't stop a run to the outside to save their lives, though. Mixing one for 159,
Yeah.
yikes. Third best bet of the week, Buffalo at Arizona over 47. That cashed with ease. We were all over that for weeks. Cash it.
Yeah, my last one of them 3 I've got, it's going right now. I got the Jets plus 4.5. We need to get on the board here to keep that in range. So we'll see.
Yeah, we need that. We need that Garrett Wilson touchdown is what we need.
Yep.
My parlay guys, I was loving this, especially when Tennessee was up 17-0. I had Tennessee money line parlayed at the Bills money line. It was plus 240 odds. Obviously, that didn't come home with Chicago's defense first winning them the game. That's all right. Fuck them. Kev?
Yeah. I had my parlay. I had Dallas money line, which was good, but then I was on the same as you, Raiders plus 3. Like I said, coaching decision blew that one. Blame that one on AP.
Yep. So our 3-team 10-point tees. First leg, I had Seattle tees to plus 4. That one covers. I teased Tampa Bay, Washington over 32.5. That covers. Now, my third leg here is the Jets plus 14.5. Excellent value here, but they're going to have to do something to close this out.
Yeah.
So we really need this Jets game. We need the Jets to start doing something. That's a really weird thing to say because I fucking hate the Jets. But who's your 3-team tees, Kev?
Yeah, so I'm also on that Jets 14.5 plus 14.5. So like I said, hopefully we can close that up here. And then that's all I need to close this teaser out. I had Dallas plus 11 and I had the Raiders plus 13. So both of them were good.
Oh, the skin of your teeth.
Yeah.
I love it. I tweeted out another bet. I put a bet in. This must have been July. Minnesota and the Giants under 41. Pittsburgh, Atlanta under 43. Jacksonville plus 3.5 parlay plus 583. Cash it. What do you think, Kev? What do you think?
You got any? We are ready to move on to props.
Yeah, so let's hit it. Okay, I'm gonna talk about my props first, and for good reason. I went. Let's see, 2, 4. I went 3 and 5 on my props. I tossed in a Buffalo Arizona same game parlay just to get the juices flowing for everyone. I'm gonna run down mine because I want you to have full center stage here. So Baker over 247.5 passing yards, cash that. Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdowns, parlayed with over 246.5. I think he ended the game with 242, so that sucked. Lost that one. Zamir White over 56.5 rushing yards. I think he ended the game with like 52.
Yep.
James Conner over 52.5 rushing yards. I think he had like 48, right? We're knocking on the door. Khalil Shakir over 45.5 receiving yards. I think he had like 39. So like we're close, guys. But Anthony Richardson under passing, we talked about that earlier. Cash that. Kenneth Walker, 1 touchdown and over 16.5 carries. That was plus 189 parlay. Cash that. And then my Friday prop, dude. Third plus 500 winner of the week.
Big one.
Third plus 500 winner of the week. I don't have all the legs in here for whatever reason, but it was massive, guys. It was tremendous. We tweeted it out. I don't have the graphic either right now. I'll grab it. But I say this all, guys. 3 bets of plus 500 more cash. We're in the black for the week right now. Going good. Guys, Kevin is 6-0 to start the year on props. Kev, talk your shit. Run it down. What you got?
As you'll find out as this season goes, props are my thing. Kind of ties into the fantasy side of it. But yeah, 4-0 this week. Saquon Barkley over 15.5 receiving yards. Hit that early. I thought that was a easy one there. Justin Jefferson anytime TD. Kyler Murray over 1.5 passing TDs. Hit that. James Cook over 17.5 receiving yards. Hit it. 4-0 on the week. 6-0 on the season.
Let's go. Now,
I got one hanging here with this this crazy parlay in this Jets game, but we'll see.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, if you're throwing at a plus 850, it's not like all your other plays were straight plays, man.
Yeah.
If you're throwing out a plus 850, I mean.
I definitely feel like, 2 of these were just over on running back receiving yards.
Yeah.
I mean, man, 15.5 for Barkley just seemed crazy low to me. I mean, he could get that in 1 catch. I think he had 2 catches for, 30-something yards, whatever I think what he ended up with. Same thing for Cook. So definitely get into these prop bets. Dig into them. Hit Bet US, hit the prop builder. Yeah, there's anything out there. These are simple, man. These are not, you don't have to be doing a lot of research and digging into all the analytics. You're looking for 1 stat, a receiving yards. That's it. You don't have to dig too deep into the weeds these. Yeah.
That's it. And if you're playing fantasy, dude, you're already looking at it.
Yep. You're already
looking at it. What are you doing?
Yep.
Just to recap here, I'm on a different spreadsheet. Devontae Smith over 4.5 receptions. Devontae Smith, 53 receiving yards. Jaden Reed, 53 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts, 242 passing yards. Jordan Love, 250 passing yards, plus 500. We're doing everything we can for you guys. I'm 6-7 on the year on props, but that's a plus 500 winner. Had a plus 550 teaser. Had another plus 500 parlay for you guys. I mean, like, follow, subscribe. Come on, guys. Get into the game. We're having a good time out here. Kev, let's go ahead and talk about Thursday night football. We're going to wrap up the show with Thursday night football here. Yeah. So Buffalo, I love that graphic. Buffalo at Miami. Current line, Buffalo +1, plus 105 on the money line. Miami -1, -125 on the money line. Over under set at 49. 49.5, 49, somewhere in that range. I think it changed since. Kev, who do you like in the game? And then why don't you walk through your bet?
Yeah, I like Bill. I think I like Bills to win outright. I'll bet Bills +1 in the over 49, parlaying that at plus 291.
Money line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Bills money line over 49 at plus 291.
And the logic on that, guys, is you're getting a plus money price instead of laying 110. You're getting a plus money price. It's going to drive that parlay value up. If the Bills are winning, I mean, you just take the money line. I mean, that's simple math, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I lean Buffalo in this game. Just it's hard not to. I got the red, white, and blue colored glasses. Miami's scary. I mean, their speed is scary. Arizona was picking apart our defense. I just, I hope that we can keep Miami in front of us. We can't let them get behind us. I like our corners. I think that's one of the best parts of our defense. I'm gonna lean Buffalo, but I really I like the over, and I like the over more earlier today. But the more I lean into this, like, I don't know, man. Thursday night football. This is one of the biggest rivals. It's one of the biggest current rivalries in football right now. Is Bills Dolphins, dude. They had us dead to rights last year, and we rattle off. Yeah. What did we rattle off? 6-1 to end the year, and then we go into their house for the division, and we slap them. Like, dude, they're gonna come out. They still got blood, that taste of blood in their mouth. They're gonna come out hot. This is such a coin flip game, dude. I hate it. It makes me sick to my stomach, but it doesn't mean that we can't make money off it, Kev. So let's dial up a 3-team teaser, 10 points. Buffalo plus 11, Miami plus 9. Grab that over 39. I mean, one of these teams is going to score 24. The other one scores 20. I mean, the other one scores 17. Is that 41 points right there? Like, you know what I mean? Yep. 24-17, 23-17 gets you the home. Like, I don't know. I think there's money to be made in this game yet. The props weren't out yet on BetUS, guys. So check back. We'll be putting a graphic out. We'll add to this graphic, most likely. We'll tweet it out for you guys. We'll definitely have some prop bets in this game. The offenses are too oh man, they just pick them off.
Yeah, this game's getting out of hand.
Oh my gosh. You know what, dude? I'm fine losing money if it means that the Jets get embarrassed on Monday Night Football. The losers, the Jets.
As soon as you said that, I had a group message just popped up. Jets are trash. Popped up on my screen.
They're horrible, man. They're horrible. But yeah, I mean, hey, exciting week 1 in the NFL. Exciting week 2 in college, guys. Follow me at do_Neffy, Kevin 3E2. Give him a follow, guys. Check out all of our plays. The show is brought to you guys by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools is the hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing destination. Kayak Pools. You also need to check out Sons of Erie. Sons of Erie, they're doing awesome things over here, guys. I'm going to show you this. They're putting out awesome, don't mind the Windjammer sticker in the back. Awesome pictures, dude. Awesome artwork. They're doing so much awesome shit over at Sons of Erie. Go check them out. Get some of their prints, some of their merch. Do Champions, guys. Merch. The merch store is getting updated right now. Stay tuned for more merch dropping there. BetUS.com, promo code DUE. Get 125% on your deposit matches. Kev, that's a recap show, baby. Good to be seen.
No one to blame. Everybody have a good night. Go Jets. Jets.
Suck.
Just need Garrett Wilson. 7 receptions, 70 yards. Give me a TD.